everyone, Niamh here. So this video took me a while to get out, but it's finally here. This is the artwork for the month of June in my Nihongo no Nikki, or my Japanese language diary. If this is your first time seeing one of these, basically I have been learning Japanese for a few months now, still very much a beginner. And to help with that, I do a short journal entry every day in my diary here, which is a Hobonichi weeks. And because I'm extra, I like to decorate it and paint in it. So yeah, each month I have a theme, which is from an anime. And last month, I believe, was a Cowboy Bebop theme, if I'm remembering correctly. And obviously this month is Sailor Moon. I had hoped to get this out earlier this month, but as I've said before on my channel, I just, I really dislike editing and doing voiceovers. This is such a struggle for me. But I feel like voiceovers are kind of necessary for these kinds of videos. So here I am, finally dragging myself to the computer and recording myself jabbering on and on. Most of what I say doesn't quite make sense, and that's okay. So yeah, I guess I should talk about Sailor Moon now. Obviously, I am a huge Sailor Moon fan because I'm a rational human being, and yes. But seriously, it's probably... No, it's definitely my first ever anime. Yeah, for sure. I religiously watched Sailor Moon every time it was on when I got home from school growing up. I love me some magical girls in anime. So I grew up with the DIC English dub version in the mid-90s, so I knew Sailor Moon as Serena instead of Usagi, and Mamoru was Darien, I believe, and when I introduced the series to my younger two daughters more recently, like in the past couple years, we watched the Viz Media version, the current English dub, and in that one they kept the original Japanese names, which I think is great. We still watched the English dub, though one of the seasons only had the sub version. Of course, I prefer the Japanese audio with English subtitles, but when I introduced Sailor Moon to my kids, I didn't want to overwhelm them, so it was easier to go with the English dub. Anyway, so my favorite character in Sailor Moon is Sailor Jupiter, or Makoto Kino, aka Mako. So I just really love her energy, plus green is my favorite color, and Jupiter is my favorite planet. It just kind of all fit, and I have lots of different Sailor Jupiter merchandise. Like I have this whole tracksuit that's Sailor Jupiter, and then I have a Sailor Jupiter t-shirt, and I have Sailor Jupiter socks. I'm decked out. So she's a little opposite of me in some ways, though. Especially her height. She's known for being especially tall. She's kind of, and was sort of I wouldn't say bullied, but sort of felt a bit like an outsider because she was like this really tall chick. Whereas I am extremely tiny. I'm a teeny tiny person. I'm 4'10". Definitely different from Mako there. Growing up, I wasn't a big fan of Rei, Sailor Mars. I just always thought she was kind of mean and judgmental. But as an adult, there's definitely ways that I connect with the character more and relate to her in different ways. She's still not quite one of my favorites. I don't know that she's my least favorite. Honestly, I've never really been a big fan of Sailor Venus. Yeah, but my one of my daughters loves Sailor Venus though, so but yeah, with Ray, growing up, I just always sort of thought she was she kind of felt a little controlling to me somehow, and I can't quite explain that, but yeah, she kind of felt controlling to me, so that's why I wasn't the biggest fan of her. So, of course, I do have a special place in my heart for Usagi herself. She's probably my second favorite character. I just love that she's a full-on, unapologetic, girly girl. She's kind of annoying, kind of obnoxious, a little entitled, but but she's got like a heart of gold, and she's always she always puts other people before herself. So she's got that level of entitlement, but it's kind of like it's unintentional, where her where she's being genuine. She's very caring. Yeah, for sure. And but the girly girl nature was very refreshing for me to see, especially as a girl entering adolescence and teenhood at that time. There was such a pressure, I think, to be a cool girl or to reject traditionally feminine interests. I don't know. Today, that sort of feels slightly misogynistic, that total rejection of things that typical girls, socialized to be girls, people, love, and genuinely love, so there's this push to kind of reject that. And I must say that it was nice to see someone like Usagi, who was just straight up herself, yeah, but Mamoru was kind of a useless boyfriend, though. Just saying. Anyway, so for the painting, I went a bit more traditional here, and instead of using gouache or the watercolor crayons, I went straight for traditional watercolors. The good stuff, too. These are Daniel Smith watercolors from my homemade Altoid tin. And by the way, there is a video of me creating this on my channel. It's like a million years old, but it might still hold up if I remember during editing, or when I upload this, I'll put a card pop-up to that video. So yeah, for the rest of this video here, I'm going to just let some music play in the background, and I will see you guys next month. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye!